I'm guessing we're live. I can't verify that.
Hey, everybody.
How are we looking? Have you? Has anyone got any independent verification that we are live?
Let me go in general.
Not yet.
Yeah, sorry. Our producer, which is Alice, isn't here. So we're kind of just working it out as we go. Everyone, if you can hear us,
Let's collude. We live? Let's see. I'm gonna have a drink. It's not the drink I was gonna get, unfortunately.
So I've got the spinning wheel. So we live. Have you been able to verify on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
All right. Cool.
Oh, very good. So let me just reveal
the wheel.
The wheel of misfortune.
I had a lot of fortune on it.
Yeah, definitely. You won. That's more than I can see.
Yeah. So this. Can you guys can see the wheel? Okay, so we're ready for the
yes,
for the big spin, right? Good, very good. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop sharing at the moment, and we can. I think actually no, I can come off here, can't I? And everyone else can still see the wheel, right?
It's like a blank page right now.
Yeah, it's not showing, is it? It's
not
showing. Let's have a look.
There we are. That's better.
Now it's showing, right?
It is. It does. Yeah.
Here we go.
That's like full screen mode.
Yeah. So now everyone can see it, right? No.
Yep, I can.
Yeah. This is a nightmare. Now you can't see it, right?
Nope.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'm just very nervous. I always have like a million tabs open. I'm always like super nervous of sharing something that I shouldn't, and I should be much more conscious. But look, thanks everyone. Everyone's here to see who the winners are. We decided not to announce the wallets this week, actually, and that was a tactical thing because I suppose it took maybe some of the magic out of it. So what I'll do in a few minutes, we'll start to share the wallets, and I'll share them in general chat. But you guys were just talking about your excitement for MDB's event in our first full team meetup in February.
Yeah, it's been almost a year now that we've started. Well, 9 months. 9 months.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to meet you guys, to meet my family, my MDB family, if anybody is around there. And it's a great way to visit London too, because I haven't never visited London, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
So close as well.
Yeah.
Frida is kind of become my IRL best friend as well. All right, he watches American football. He's just like an American guy over there. And Danny's we really want to get fish and chips, and Danny's trying to talk us out of it.
Yeah.
But he may be lying because he's also said food in England is good, which is.
I said we've got some good food. We've got some. Do you know a little bit of trivia? So, do you know the national dish of the UK?
Either of us.
Chicken tikka masala.
It is curry. Yeah, it's actually curry.
All right, close.
I have had curry in the UK, which was brilliant.
There's a little fact. I don't know how true this is. That supposedly there's more curry houses in London than there is.
I've heard over here that the Indian food in England is better than the Indian food in India. But
wow,
I can vouch for that. That's definitely the case. Yeah, definitely. But then again, it's what I'm used to. But I've been to India 3 times actually, and I find sort of UK Indian food much better. Yeah.
Is it like less spicy too?
I think it's just more distinctive and more rich. I find in the UK, whereas in India it's a little bit more vanilla. Maybe that's more of a purer curry. I don't know. But sorry, I'm trying to do some admin at the same time here, so I can get. Maybe Harley, would you be able to? You can see the sheet. You can see the selected addresses. Would you be able to drop the the chosen ones for this week into general chat. So maybe we can see who has won.
1 second.
Or has won a place on the wheel, actually. I think somebody is on there twice. And
wow.
So a little bit of a surprise. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to do it inspired by Syrian's happiness around how we did yesterday. We are going to we're going to do 4 spins at $2.50 each. So it should be quite interesting to say the least. We've also got to give an update on Apex trading. Obviously, it's been a very quiet week. You know, every chart is kind of going a little bit sideways, a little bit down at the moment. The market, it does feel like we're back in June right now. So, you know, lots of patience required in a market like this. But Apex has still managed to make $500 for the week. So we will pump the chosen farm with $1,000 actually worth of rewards, and I'll do that as soon as the call is over. So do you guys remember what this chosen farm is that's going to be pumped with $1,000 this week?
It's Auto MDB BNB.
That's it. Spot on.
Yeah,
spot on. Yeah, I'm quite offended actually on the food front. I'm struggling to let it go, Harley.
Well, that's kind of our thing, right? Like you throw punches at America because we like to shoot each other, and I throw whatever little jabs I can get back at England.
Yeah, there was that article about the chicken wings. The chicken wings are so bad in the UK. It's we've got huge issues. We've got some fantastic food in the comments here. Yeah, like, can anyone kind of back me up and say there's any decent British food, or is, you know, pie is quite impressive. I don't know if you've ever had a cottage pie as well.
You know what I've had in the UK? Like an egg within like meat. Scottish egg, is that the word?
A Scotch egg, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so good. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
But that's not really a dinner item, is it?
No, it's a snack.
Yeah,
it's a snack. Crumpets, there's a British one. Have you ever had crumpets, Harley?
Crumpets, no. But when I do a fake British accent, I will often use that word.
Crumpets. Do it for us.
Nice.
Oh, mate, you want a little bit of crumpet with your tea?
That's cool.
Why does your English character sound in pain?
I don't know. I feel painful doing it. I'm just too American. We've been here for too long, you know?
Nice.
No, that's brilliant. So Mast enjoyed that. Yeah, so we'll be pumping the MDB BNB farm, auto farm with $1,000. So congrats to Apex again, who's plus 400. Well, it's nearly 500. We'll round it to 500. It's about $480 for the few days that he has actually traded in the last week, because obviously people have been taking some time off. So Derek's asking me about, he wants some advice on where to go to Edinburgh. Where would you go? Edinburgh, definitely. Castle tours, yes. And it depends. It's a big place, Scotland. It depends how much time you've got on your hands. It's a really big place. Maybe don't spend too much time in Glasgow, but that's just it's just a personal thing. So someone's asking when MDB bottom, so we can aim. So before we do the draw, maybe if anyone's got any questions I want to ask the team, let's put Syrian and Harley on the spot, because these are the guys that make it happen.
Well, you too, Danny.
Go on. When MDB bottom, what's your prediction, Harley?
Well, right now, I mean, according to the numbers from yesterday, we don't use. We did switch metrics, so we're market cap backed.
Yeah.
But our old metric is at about 600% right now. And historically, because I saw those numbers basically every day for so many months, that signals pretty close to a bottom for us as a protocol, regardless of whatever else is going on.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty close. I think 0069 probably. probably is where we're going to land.
I like that number.
Yeah, very good, very good. What do you think, Syrian?
Good question. I don't think we'll get that low, to be honest. I think we'll stick around 0.7, maybe 71, 72.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It's a good shout. I think what's really difficult, and I sound like a broken record. We've been here before. It feels like now, it feels like June again.
Yeah.
Liquidity is low, volume is low, and we know that every little drop. I'll be honest. We're always buying and burning supply, right? I think we've been very active in doing that. I think even over the Christmas break, I think we've probably acquired something like $9,000 or $10,000 worth of MDB for burning. So it's always going along there, but at the same time, in a market like this, it's really challenging, and we have to be extremely careful because we have a lot of exposure to BNB, and we just pump in loads of the trust fund at the moment, and then in 4 weeks BNB starts to recover and we get BNB back in the 300s. For us as a project, that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars of upside for us. So
yeah, exactly.
But if we've tried to support the chart when, quite frankly, in the market at the moment there just isn't a lot of support, then we could miss out on much bigger gains. And I think that was our secret. Actually, I think that was our secret. It wasn't people look at our chart and they focus on when we pumped, but I think it was our patience and our behaviour and our discipline when the market was really bad. That was really the reason for us to be able to come out the other side really fighting. Whereas other people were going bust, right? And we'd been very prudent during that period. And I think we were in one of those positions at the moment. We're very lucky because the last time we were at the price we're at now, our trust fund was less than half of what it is today. So we've got, just purely from a yield perspective, we're in a very, very, very strong position, which is why we can probably see like almost like a bit of a floor being, at least double what it was before. But we've also got good yields. We've learned on the journey, and we've got good trading positions. At a meeting with Adam today, we've got lots of stuff that's going to be moved around in the next couple of days for no risk at all, actually, for additional yield. So. We're in a good position to keep, accumulating supply and burning away in a very sort of like methodical way. But we have to make sure that we've got all of that BNB and we're in good shape, when the good times come.
Yeah, I'd say that the investments have definitely been able to mature over time as well. Yeah, that's something that we've learned along the way, because being exposed to other things means we're exposed to others' bad behavior, right? But as we've been able to filter that, we've been able to mature as well. So it does provide a ton of support. And that's why we moved to the market cap backed as well. It's a very digestible number. You can see on there, it's 61% right now. It's much easier to understand that than, LPs backed by this much, because you need to understand LPs relative to market cap. So I'm with you guys.
Is it 61% now? That's crazy, because it was 52, I think, the other day, right?
I think it was 60. I think it was 60 from the last time I changed it. It went up like nice. 1% or something, because the market cap went down a little bit and the trust fund went up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think somebody asked when bottom so I can ape, and I think naturally, it can go to 100%. It can even go above 100%, but you start to get to a point where one of the regrets I did have previously is that when we were almost 100% backed during that sort of post Terra Luna, it feels so similar as it does right now, actually. But one of the regrets afterwards is that we hadn't burnt more supply. In fact, which you can always be critical in hindsight. So I think we have to be patient, but when the time comes, we'll also be very very aggressive. A good question here, actually. So what excites? I love that, the American Jarl. What excites Jarl the most about MDB's future, and where do you think the turning point will be? Who wants to try and answer that? It's really tough for the guys because everybody's waiting for NDAs actually on our 2023 plan. So I think everybody on the call, apart from me, everybody here believes there's something coming, knows there's something coming, but they don't know what it is yet. So they can't. All of the teams is having to sign NDAs to make sure what we're working on for 23 stays completely confidential until the time is right. So probably best if I answer that question. I think we'll do in January. We'll have a big update. End of February when we do our first exhibit of the year, first of a few in London. That'll be a big moment. That'll be a massive moment, to be honest. And MDB will never be the same again, to be honest. After that point, what we've got in the next planned over the next few months, what I'm working on every day at the moment, that's why I'm in the Discord less. And no jokes about building, but that's what excites me the most at the moment. And we believe fully in what we're doing. Always comes with a little bit of risk, but nothing was gained without a bit of risk.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm so stoked and excited for 2023. I have no idea what's coming, but I know it's good.
Yeah. It's really unfair for you guys to try and answer that question because you're like, gives you email address. We're going to send you an NDA.
I'm still waiting for it. I've asked Danny 3 times already. Like, where is it?
I was trying to be chill about it, like play it cool. I was like, all right, when should I follow up on that?
Yeah.
It's very exciting stuff coming. Let's just say that for sure. Cool. Okay, so people, did you share the addresses then, Harley?
Yeah.
So has anyone sort of like put their hand up and said, "Look, I'm on the list"?
Yeah. Buff Tony.
Oh, BT.
Yes, our man.
Nice. 2023 5 cents.
Yeah.
Maybe more. M-Soul's right. Don't ping me now.
And Lord Shiagrath is what he said in the general chat. So anybody watching the YouTube, if you guys could like it, I'm speaking for Alice here. Help us grow the channel. It shows up on other people's feeds. So I'll do that little plug on here live.
Very good.
Don't forget that bell as well.
Yeah, very good. So there's a bit of chat going on about VIP. So good. Will we? When will we never see 1 cent again? Well, that's a question and a half. When will we? Will we ever? Or
I think what is meant here is when is the last time we'll see 1 cent? So when will the price never drop below 1 cent again?
Anything's possible, right? But I think the plan that we have over the next few months will bring seismic changes to us as an organisation, a team, a protocol. We've got pretty ambitious plans. I can't even describe it.
It's so funny to watch you do this because when I talked to Danny one-on-one and he was talking the same way about it, right? He wasn't ready. He wants to say something so badly, right? But he's so excited. The salesman in him wants to say something, but he just can't yet. It's just killing him.
Yeah, it's big. Look, what we're working on is huge. It's huge from a development point of view, not with our current developers. It's huge from I'm constant at the moment. Today after this, I'm going straight into a meeting / interview with a new potential technical lead advisor to come on for the organization. I'm rubbing into this. I had 2 hours meeting with designers. It's just 100%, 150% at the moment. So it's really big stuff, but at the same time, it's a lot of work that needs to be done for us to be in a position for things to start hotting up. And as I said yesterday, if anyone can swing by the event in Zurich, we'll share details soon. I'll definitely be in Zurich in a couple of weeks. Then there's a big crypto event there. They're more than welcome to swing along and say hello. And we won't be exhibiting because it's just too late, but we will be exhibiting in London in February, and it's going to be, and then by that point it will be a million miles an hour, full throttle, and everything will be absolutely clear. So
yeah, I can't wait. The moment that you dropped that date, I went to my boss and said, I need those 2 dates free or off, and he said, yeah, sure, whatever.
yeah,
it's a Monday and a Tuesday, right? Yeah.
I think we could probably do a live stream from the event as well. I think that'd be really cool. I did speak to Kate. I need to check actually, because Katie doesn't live far from London. Maybe even Katie can come along and
that'd be nice. Have Katie join us too, because I think Katie is also a lovely person.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So she could probably do with giving us some therapy as well. But
so are we pulling in Friday and then dragging into the conference on Monday, or what are we doing?
I'm all for that. Sure, let's do it. Of course, Danny and Alice have kids, so it might be a bit harder for them.
Yeah, it'd be hard for Alice. I'm joking. That's a misogynistic comment. I'm not proud of it. Okay. So has anyone else nominated themselves? Has anyone else put their hand up and said, "Look, make Dapper blockchain"? It's not. We are not building a fake blockchain, a fake exchange, a fake launch pad. We're not doing anything like that. So we can tick all of those off of the list. We're doing something it doesn't exist. Basically, it's never been done. So we've got one person nominated, then, right?
Yeah, we only have Buff who came forward for now.
Cool. Has he said which one's his wallet? He doesn't have to. I know it's obviously quite private.
I'm gonna ask him.
Just if he wants to, I could change his name on there.
Americans are not invited?
We are looking at options in the US as well. We've got a couple of options.
Oh, I'm all down for that too. Then we can catch a live game, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, Syrian's never going to leave if you bring him over here.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to present my screen. Here we go. So there's a question there. Where were the wallets posted?
PolyGI, if you can believe it. He's the first wallet.
Again?
Yeah, again, if you can believe it. It's the ending in BCC.
Nice. I thought I recognised that wallet, actually. It's because he wins everything. Like, that wallet is just highly recognisable.
Yeah. And the Calamero 86 also came forward. Their wallet is the A2. Yeah, sure.
So bear with me a second. Let's so I can't see the end on this. So
you need the first
start of PolyGI's.
So that's 0xCE6.
Gotcha.
So Charlie Echo 6.
Okay.
Then, if you believe it, Tony is on there twice. So he's the one.
It's Tony that's on twice.
He's the one. And that's the 570 at the end. So the 21 Delta Foxtrot Alpha.
Oh, Tony's on there twice because he did how many of these? What, nine buys?
Oh wow.
9 buys?
Yeah. That's nice.
Crafty guy.
Smart too.
Yeah.
Did you have Tony?
Yeah, I've got him.
All right. And then I've got the Calamero 86.
How do you spell that?
That's Kilo Alpha Lima India Mike Echo Romeo Oscar.
Sorry, I need to know the wallet first so I can type it over the wallet.
That's so 0x0 and then 8 Echo 35, etc.
Gotcha. Okay, and you spell it.
Yeah, so that's Kilo Alpha Lima India Mike Echo Romeo Oscar. 86.
Calamero 86. Yeah.
Correct.
think he's been. It could be a man or woman. They to be politically correct, them have been a winner before. I think.
All right.
Yeah, so we've got Paulie GI, Buff Tony twice, Calamiro 86. They're the only people that have come forward, right?
Yes.
Cool. Right, let's make this happen. Right, let's put it on full screen. It's exciting.
I'm excited for you guys.
It's exciting. So we're doing 4 spins. Remember, each one 250.
Wow. Yeah. Again, I like that because more people win. More winners is always good.
So here we go. See my screen okay?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got ads popping up and all sorts. You can tell we're cheapskates. We're on the free package. So, right, here we go. So, numero uno.
I don't hear it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's no sound.
Oh, maybe it's the sounds on YouTube. Hold on.
Oh, Buff Tony! Nice, Tony! Congratulations.
Well, that's great news for everybody because he's never going to sell that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's number 1. So we do number 2. So you couldn't hear that at all. You couldn't hear the music either.
Nothing. No.
I could hear it, and you could hear it last time, couldn't you?
I could. Yeah. Everything was audible last time. Look at Tony. Let's fucking go selling now.
Here we go. Right, number 2.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
Oh, brilliant.
Both
It's
of
good
them
when
are
you've got the person's name on there, isn't it? It's much better than just like a well
much
done
easier.
0x.
Yeah, exactly. But it's been close twice. It's been right at the border each time so far.
All right. Should we do number 3, or do you want to answer a couple of questions and tease it out a little bit?
Yeah, we can do some questions. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's tease them a bit.
A question for everybody else actually. I'm curious. How does everyone? Obviously, Syrian's been on quite a few now. Harley's here for the first time, which is fantastic. Are people enjoying sort of like the more sort of like mixed up nature of the streams that we've been doing for the last few weeks? Any feedback? Nothing in the comments.
There's like toilet ones.
I want to be on the wheel too. Include me, please. Next week.
Yes. Just make sure to invest.
And it starts now. All you have to do is put $100. Zap $100 into one of the farms.
And if you do it multiple times like Tony, then you have a chance of being on the wheel more than once.
Yeah, well, Tony could come up again, right?
Definitely.
I think there's a 50-50 chance he gets drawn again still. Yeah. Any questions for any of the guys? And first time Harley's here. Any big questions for Harley?
You're looking at the YouTube comments, probably, right?
I am.
I'm just looking in the MDB.
Gene's a great supporter of ours, by the way. Always here, always supporting us.
All I've seen in the chat so far, like as a thread, is that me and Syrian are some kind of twins or brothers.
I know.
With facial hair, maybe.
I think it's probably I think his hair at both ends of your heads, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm 39 this year, and my hairline it's not moved a millimeter.
Really?
Well, I mean, that's the advantages of hair surgery.
Bitter. So bitter.
Actually, in my family, everybody has gone bald like before their 40s, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, before I finally pulled the plug, I had hair down to the middle of my back.
Wow.
Long blonde. And then I lost a chunk. Like it got ripped actually, but I was already on the way out. So I said, all right, I'm just going to own this. So 29, cut down to my prime.
Wow, at 29.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah. At a certain point, you just have to make that decision, right?
Yeah.
Because you
I
can.
just want to check Trista Olsen. I think based on what you've said, we know this is you. Could you just confirm in the comments that that's correct? We can get you on for the next couple. Danny is Brian in disguise. That guy's he's like 7 foot. Do you remember that time we got excited, thinking who could I have a boxing match against? And then I found out he's like 7 foot. So I think I'd be banging trouble.
What are your heights, by the way, guys? I
Look,
want to
I'm
know.
like literally just 5'10", like just
Um,
to be standing up completely straight. So I'm not tall at all.
how about you, Harley?
I'm like 6'3".
Ah, okay. I'll be the smallest then at 5. I think I'm 5'9". For a Dutchie, I'm pretty small for a Dutch male.
Dutch are so tall. US is
Yeah,
quite tall as well, but the Dutch is like
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
went
yeah.
there
they're
and
like
they
a
were
different
like,
species.
I thought they were gonna eat me, and I'm big, right? But I seen these ogres over there. I was like, Jesus Christ, the people like trees with legs walking around.
So I didn't see. Trista Olsen 0934. Let's check because then at least we've got. Well, 0934 is gone. So there we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Nice.
5 of them are covered by names now. Two of them, Buff Tony. So good. Should we? So any interesting questions from anyone? I'll be quizzing Harley. You know, he's here first time.
Make him sweat.
Make him sweat. No, everyone's cool.
Everybody loves me. All right, nobody wants to see me sweat. They don't want to see that picture or that smell.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny memes in the UK about Prince Andrew because he claimed that he doesn't sweat. He's got a strange condition where he doesn't sweat, so it couldn't have been him in the photo, and the photo wasn't real. And so any time it's a hot day and Prince Andrew's in public, people are just watching him like a hawk.
But it's only a meme then, right?
It's a really odd one because if someone in your family does something wrong, you're like, you'd be like, oh, it's Uncle Terry. Uncle Terry's a bit of a nightmare, but it's your family, right? So
Yeah.
And I find the royal family's a little bit like that because they've been there your whole life. It's like they've done X, Y, Z, and you're interested in the drama, but you also don't. You almost don't detach yourself. Still, a lot of people I think feel like that, where because they feel like they're your family to a certain degree because they've always been there. So you're like, yeah, Prince Andrew maybe, but his family.
Yeah, especially the royal English family. I mean, for as long as I could remember, there's been one person on the throne.
Yeah.
Until very recently. So for you guys, I mean, the Netherlands has had a different ruler altogether since.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realise how controversial the British royal family was. I didn't. There's a lot of stuff that came out when the Queen passed away, and there's a lot of emotion there. And obviously, I'm just an ignorant Brit and didn't realise that they'd. Yeah.
In America, we don't like. It's hard for us to get attached to like the people who run the country, is because it's run by the deep state and we don't know who it is. So we have no way of knowing. It's hard to love someone behind a wall, right?
Plus, it's like only 4 years, and then another 4 years if they're reelected, and that's it, right? And you can never be president again.
Yeah, you get 2 terms.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if you could try and be reelected. We only elect people on the doorstep of death for office. So I don't know if anyone's ever been able to try.
Yeah.
I think one guy did it and then he died in office. I think that was Roosevelt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's 2 terms and you're out. But
Yeah.
No, yeah, we worship CEOs in this country. That's our royal family. So we don't need a king and queen. We went cold turkey back in the 1800s.
The house I live in now is a new build, but the house I lived in before was older than the US. It was 200 years old.
Yeah, that's very weird because I'm from California, and I never went anywhere like East Coast or Europe or anywhere until I was like 28. So I'd never seen anything like older than like 100 years old.
Oh wow.
And then I went and I saw these streets that are old. Everything's older than everything I'd ever seen in my life. It was very weird, very surreal experience.
That must have been surrealistic for you, right? Like, wow, what's going on here?
And it was just weird. I'm like, wow, I'm walking on this road that, you know, like was built 1,000 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We did have a good question actually from Eric Schmidt on thoughts on buying bond for 60-day lockup versus 90-day lockup for I believe the new staking pool, the pros and the cons.
Good question. What do you guys think?
I'm about the new staking pool. Part of that is because I got some Infinity on the way in, but I do like the mechanics of how it works, because the high APY incentivizes people in, the lower tax on the way out allows people to leave. It does offer mobility as well, where a bond doesn't. You can get out for like 15% earlier, I believe it is, on the staking pool. Also, if you're getting in early, it's like the farms when they open up, right? The APY is super high.
Yeah.
So I think doing that, especially if it's running at, I think the model suggested a triple-digit APY. You could do that for a little while, and then buy a bond, or you could buy them both. Love that.
That was what I was gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say sneakily. Like, of course, I'm a bit biased towards the new pool because I had a reasonable bag of Infinity, so I'll naturally be flowing into that. But besides that, I mean, with the current price and the current BNB, it's tough not to buy a bond, to be honest.
Yeah, it is that backing. Is that
Question
backing
from Kurt.
more difficult?
You, Harley?
Huh?
Tough question from Kurt.
I think this is Kurt from Minnesota. This is my buddy from the Obsidian Council. I met him in North Carolina.
Because there's so many Kurts. There's Donut Kurt, and Kurt Johnson is Cardinal House Kurt, right?
I think this. I'm not sure of Cardinal House's Kurt, which is the Obsidian Council one's last name. So put it in the chat, buddy, if that's you. Otherwise, hi, new Kurt. Yes. Wait, I'm from Cardinal House. Okay, that's him.
Yeah. By the way,
go back to Minnesota, bro. Why are you bothering this chat?
Danny, I want to know your thoughts about the previous question as well.
I think it's interesting, right? I think the pros and cons are, I think mobility. You look at 90-day. If you enter tonight, then really you look into the end of March for that lock to stop. If MDB times 10 in that time, then at least you can take a haircut to get out. Whereas if you're in the bond, then you're in the bond. But then I think the pro of the bond is that it's out of sight, out of mind, and it maybe puts you in a position where. So it's really difficult to say. Actually, I think for me, just because I like uncertainty, like it excites me. So for me, I think I'd go with the staking pool just because I'm a dreamer, and I think if everybody went in the staking pool, if everybody said, look, if I'm not farming, I'm in that bloody staking pool and I'm staying there, then you'd create this. You'd almost manufacture a supply squeeze before the time, and then that could be super interesting as well. And I think we saw the impact of that when we first launched Senior, but in this current environment, it's very, very difficult to see that. But I think I would like the staking pool because I know that for me personally, I'm just in this long term, so I'll back myself to wait other people out. And it rewards that, right? That's what it does. It rewards. People that can, 9 out of 10 people say they're here forever. In truth, it'd be a very small number, and if you can wait, and that's all the pool does. It just rewards patience. Cool.
Anything else, or shall we do another?
We can do the spin. Obviously, I would. Maybe I do want to just recognise. See, I sent a little bit of a stroppy tweet to Austin from our official account yesterday. I think on the scale of Danny's stroppiness, it was pretty mild. I think all I said was that it's a shame that, you know, protocols that have supported you, and Austin supported us as well, actually. You know, he's been a great friend, and I think maybe that's where the frustration and the emotion comes from, because, you know, the guys know that work with us that we take the business very seriously, but also we take people really seriously in our relationships. And, you know, everything around us is all stuff that we create, right? It's just detail, and personal relationships are really important to us. So yeah, so look, the way I read Austin's tweet was, you know, he's basically saying, don't go near any DeFi protocols, and you know, I think yes, you know, sometimes you're on the bottom, sometimes you're on the top. Look at our chart; we've been both ends of that, and yeah, so it was pretty mild by my standards, to be fair, but yeah, there's no real intent there. You know, I hope that whatever's going on there sorts itself out. But I appreciate that Kurt's here as well, and Kurt's obviously the leader of Cardinal House, and you know, and we've also been very supportive of Cardinal House. I think when they launched Node Runner, we decided as a team, hadn't we, that we're not going to do any pre-launch AMAs, but Cardinal House have been very supportive of us. And so, therefore, we were more pragmatic. They said, hey, can we do an AMA on Node Runner? It hasn't launched yet. And we just said, yeah, no problem. We'll do that. So, and that's the type of relationships that we build. We like to build with people that look beyond, you know, the transactional here and now, because everybody's going to have their times when they're doing really well, or maybe need a little bit of help from a friend. And yeah, I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, like Fredo and Harley.
I mean, there's always a little bit of, you know, I'm not sure the English term exactly, or the term, but, you know, it's always nice to keep each other sharp, you know, and it's always good when that happens. So
yeah, no, I do. One thing I will say is that, like if you want to be very vocal about your views, you have to be ready for people to respond to your views. I will say that as well.
Definitely.
So, like, to one thing I would, you know, and even if he was here, as someone I would still class as a friend, despite that exchange, if Austin was here, I would say, like, you can't be like this, you know, you're banging your bloody stick on the ground like some sort of crypto Thor, you know, making broad statements about everybody else, and then somebody says, whoa, hang on a second, I don't like that, and you're like, toys out of the pram. I think, you know, as soon as you start laying out strong opinions, and I'm somebody who does that quite often, you have to be ready to get strong opinions back.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody makes a very strong statement and you respond with a strong statement, it doesn't mean that you've got an issue with that person, or you have an issue if they sold or whatever. It's just that, look, you've got a really strong view here, and maybe that's a little bit too binary from the position that I'm sitting in. Yeah, so maybe worth just adding that as well.
I would have like cursed at him and probably blocked him or something. I'm not very mature. I've ran an organization before, and people wouldn't even say anything to me. They would like just have something similar to what I was doing.
Yeah, and
I was in their DMs. You know, I was like, "What is your problem? You're trying to copy my very basic thing that I'm doing here." I was like, "I will take you to court." No, I'm just being dramatic, but I get it though. I get the response.
To be fair, I think somebody commented and they said, has somebody hacked the MDB account? And I thought, oh, does it look, you know, have I effed and blinded? And I went back and read it, and it just said, it's a shame, you know, considering. So it wasn't that aggressive. I mainly just woke up this morning shitting my pants, afraid of Alice, if I'm completely honest. But she was all right, actually. It's funny if people stick together, right?
Cool. By the way, Danny, somebody else came forward with their wallet address.
Good timing, and we're just about to spin the last two as well.
So the wallet address of the person is the 761.
Yep.
And that would be Zenseeker. And Zenseeker apparently has become a VIP already.
Yeah, I know Zenseeker.
Despite being only a few days in our protocol yet, so
yeah,
wow.
I'm getting with Zenseeker. I'm getting getting Covalent Bond vibes. You remember that guy came in like a whirlwind. It was like super positive. It was like so much energy. You know, was wailing in like a nutter, and then just sold 6 million, didn't he? Like, was it 6 million?
Yeah.
like a week later. So yeah, kudos to Zenseeker because he come in. That's how I go into stuff actually, often regretting it later. But so we're working very hard to make sure it's a fantastic decision on your part. Should we spin it?
Yes, let's spin it.
Got 11 minutes, and I need to jump
Oh,
into another meeting.
I have another, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah. HGK000 has claimed the orange wallet, so 45322.
And that's who their name?
So Hotel Golf Kilo 000. Hotel Golf Kilo, yeah.
Okay, very good. I haven't seen them for a while, actually. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, just in time. So we've got one lonely number on there, and now we've got all the rest of names. So 2 spins.
Yes.
We do it.
We shall. Good luck, everybody. It's still a bit sad without the sound.
BT again.
Oh my god, nice. Congratulations again, Buff Tony.
He got like 9 entries. 9 entries. He got on the wheel twice because there's only like 31 entries, I think, or maybe 35. I can't remember. So he got 9 entries on the wheel twice, but it shows like 900 in, and he's already 500 up, and he could win the last one as well, right?
Nice.
Nice.
Very exciting.
Is he bouncing off the walls right now?
He's typing at the moment. Woohoo! Fuck yeah! There we are.
Cool. All right. Let's. Can we make Buff Tony the most hated man in our Discord?
Let's do it again.
It's funny how you win once, everyone's like, "Oh, well done." You win twice, they're like, "Oh, that's really good," and then 3 times.
They're coming with pitchforks, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
Wait, isn't it a max of 2 wins?
No. When it was 2 spins, it's 2 wins.
It's a max of 4 wins.
Got you. All right, my announcement was incorrect.
Here we go. Yeah, sorry. Your announcement was right. We changed it up. So.
All right.
Spinning. Tony again. Oh, Zen.
Nice.
Very good. Very
Stuff.
good.
Congratulations.
Good entry.
Definitely.
Peasant says I sound like Harry. Is he talking about the England Harry?
I don't know.
Or like
Maybe.
Harry Potter? Harry Potter.
Oh, Potter. I don't know. Maybe if you do your English accent.
I've got good ones, man.
Because now you sound just like
I watch a lot of Top Boy.
Maybe Harry from is it Phantom? Is it or Tomb? Is it Harry?
No, that's Andre. Phantom.
Is it not Harry that runs Tomb? Is
No
Tomb
idea.
still around? I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
Threatening them. I sound like them with my behavior. Yes, that is very apt. I need to get with this guy. He gets it.
He gets it. Very good. Yeah, so Paulie G was close.
very, very close. It's all been pretty close so far.
Paulie G won $500 yesterday, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Had a good run. So yeah, no, nice to see. It's nice when someone new wins, but I'm sure there's also people who have been in the Discord for like 7-8 months and they're fuming because they still haven't won.
All right. So for the winners, if you could go and create a ticket, so go to the ticket gateway. I'll make a little ticket gateway. There we go. If you go there, make a ticket, and then put in there what you won plus your wallet address. I'll make sure to send you the prizes. And I have to double check with Danny so he can send some cash to the floats because it's become pretty dry at the moment.
Yeah, no worries. I get the hint. I'm getting the hint. I'm going straight into another meeting.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I get it done tonight. So
I know you're busy.
if you're waiting on Syrian, then it's because Syrian's waiting on me. But some good news. I'm pretty sure that our staking contract is in good shape now. So I've done a review of it today. So we'll do sort of like the prudent call, hopefully with the developer later on today. Or it's pushing midday their time, so I'm sure they'll get out of bed at some point soon. And we'll just do some final checks, make sure that everything's as expected, and hopefully we see the hookup to Xenio in the next 5 or 6 hours. Really, I was up late last night trying to.
I saw.
Yeah.
You were up at like 2 still. I saw you putting something. Yeah, 2 my time probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
12:30 I went to bed, so maybe it's pushing 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you were pushing 1 o'clock because I saw like a message. I'm going to bed or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah,
he's
so
been up
waiting.
late.
And they sent me the contract at 3 a.m.
Oh my god!
So by which time I'd already gone to bed, and I could have gone to bed
course.
earlier and not been knackered.
Yeah.
But yeah. So fingers crossed we get it all done this evening, and obviously we'll everybody from the Infinity staking pool will be grandfathered in. And then it'll be off.
I'm looking forward to that so much.
Indeed. I do want to just emphasize as well, like quite a lot of what we do, there's no edge for the protocol. The way the new staking pool is designed is that everything goes back into the staking pool. So we're not taking anything out for the protocol. I suppose you could potentially maybe burn a bit, but it's nothing's coming out going anywhere else. That pool will only distribute to people that have deposited.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Cool. So Harley, great to have you on for the first time. I think that's it now. You got to be on everyone.
I love it. I didn't want to do it for a long time because Mina was getting her attention from the simps, but then you claimed. And now you're simping for her as of yesterday on these things. But the petition for simping for Harley is now open. Win Harley OnlyFans is now open. I'm ready for the mantle, so I'll be here.
Simping. No. Honestly, you've got to be, as you've got to be complimentary to your partner when it's deserved. I thought Alice looked very nice yesterday, and it was genuine.
There's one more question from my pod. When are we going to announce the new staking pool?
Tonight.
Tonight. It's going to be tonight. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
It's always mañana.
Mañana.
Yeah.
Cool.
So look, it should be tonight, but it should have been yesterday and it should have been the day before. So, but look, we know that the contract looks fine now. The last 2 days, quite frankly, when we got the contract, after a review, we could see that it wasn't quite at the spec that was agreed. So now we have it at spec, and just for due diligence, we'll do a handover to make sure, as we see it, is correct.
All
Question
right.
PFC claim. So the first person that claims the Phoenix Fire Club rewards gets a bounty. Actually, they get a reward from the contract. So only one person can claim, and when they claim, everybody gets it. So it always gets claimed straight away because it's free money for somebody, and it's MDB that they'll get. And as soon as they claim, everybody else gets theirs as well.
And that's around a static time, right?
Yeah, I think it does say on Xenia.
I think it's like 8 o'clock in the morning my time on the first or something like that.
I think it might be today or tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It's only 30 days, right? So it does. It does not run with the end of the months anymore. Yeah.
Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm using the wrong finger. There you go. Make some people happy. People like to see me accidentally swearing. 12 hours. You've got.
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
That's early in the morning for us.
This is prime for the 12 and a half hours. So prime for the US, really. Yeah.
That's good for you guys.
And Asia, actually. Good time for Asia. Cool. Well, brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. It's
We'll
been
end the
fun.
broadcast
All right.
now.
Thanks,
Thanks
y'all.
everyone for coming.
Have a great day, everybody.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.